Hello, everyone. Let me just read this to you. Fisayo Soyombo, the one who broke the custom story about all the things happening and about IBD Dende, who was threatening a custom officer, threatening to kill him just because the custom officer, you know, seized his smuggled goods, his drugs. And I remember, the custom officer just crying, "What did I do? What did I do?" That kind of a thing. So Fisayo today, so he says, "Good morning, custom NG. Are you aware that many customs officers are regularly lodged for free at IBD Dendes Hotel in Ilaro? For context, this is tantamount to policemen enjoying free lodging in an armed robbers hotel. Nigerians like to know, how can the customs service fight smuggling if its officers enjoy such rich benefits from the Southwest's biggest smuggler and gun runner?" This particular person also, some years ago, was found to be involved in gun running. He was even arrested, and then he was released on bail and all of that. That smuggling arms, smuggling guns into Nigeria. And then he's also involved in smuggling all sorts of things, according to the report that came out. And here are customs frolicking with him. They are staying for free in his hotel. Only God knows how much he's giving to them and all of that. How is smuggling going to be smuggling going to be solved? There was someone who did a tweet one time ago, and he said, in Nigeria you find customs, they are connivance with smugglers. Meanwhile, the job of customs is they are supposed to stop smugglers. You see Navy are in connivance with oil theft. Meanwhile, they are supposed to stop oil theft. You see military in connivance with terrorists that they are supposed to stop. Police in connivance with armed robbers and kidnappers that they are supposed to solve. You see EFCC in connivance with people who are doing 419s and all of that they're supposed to solve. You see this other NDLEA in connivance with drug barons that they are going to stop. And you see all of this is, and we wonder how these things are going wrong and how these things, just are not getting themselves the way they're supposed to be. And what people do not understand is that from all of these things that are happening, every one of us were suffering as an issue. It's not just, he took bribe. He took bribe for what to happen. For every money, like some billions of naira were traced to a custom officer in Kaduna, and you wonder, for him to get a bribe of that 1 point something billion naira that he got, how much did Nigeria lose? How much money, how much of our collective money did you lose for him to get that? Isn't that money that government should have been able to have access to for them to build the nation? I even did a video on that when people didn't understand what I was talking about when I said, Lagos State, instead of what they were, can't they also begin to look at all of this corruption going on in these customs and other institutions, because it's government money that is going away, and out of that government money, state governors or state governments also have a share in it. But again and again and again, we see our system deliberately sabotaged, and this is what continues to happen when you have criminality in place as leadership. When there's a criminal structure in Nigeria, and those who are criminal are the ones who are excelling in so many fantastically corrupt ways. And so leadership does matter. Leadership is very important. Argentina is doing so well. I just read a report now. Their currency has improved so well, and this is all due to the fact that they decided that they were going to vote someone with competence, and immediately that person came in, the first thing that he did was to begin to cut the cost of governance. Their presidential flight, removed it, I think sold them off for something, cut down the number of ministers that were working, put a lot of measures in place. In, like, for the first time in how many years, They already have a budget surplus rather than a deficit. Now their currency has improved greatly. So leadership is everything. Voting the right person is everything. Voting the competent person is everything, because that's what is going to remove all of this criminality. If you have someone who does not have, baggage of criminality, who is not brought in by these criminals, what you will end up having is that you have someone who will have the courage, who will dare to go after the criminals and dismantle all of the structure. That's what we've been lacking in Nigeria, and that's what people need to understand. Sitting down and praying to God again and again and again is not going to solve the problem, because God will not do for us what He has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. Nigerians have to be the ones to stand up and say they deserve better. We deserve good governance. We deserve to enjoy life. It's not always to keep praying and saying, God, when. But there's a selfish attitude amongst quite a number of people who feel that they want to grab their own part of the cake and have it, and then they'll be doling out to people maybe little bits and all of that. That's not the way to go. That's not the way things should be. We must ensure that we are building this Nigeria. And I can tell you something very much for free, is that we will build this Nigeria by the grace of God. We'll put in all the effort. It's not going to be easy. The countries that are great today, that we see, that we love, that we want to be part of them, we want to go there, we want our children to get citizenship from this country, people sat down to put they are all in, to say they were not giving up on the country. Those countries also had their problems. They were bad. They had corruption. Criminality was entrenched there. There were structure of criminality. The leadership was controlled by people who weren't doing the right thing. But they stayed on. And those people staying on is why they have this great country. So you and I have to stay on. We don't have an option other than staying on. And like I always want to say, giving up can never be an option. I will fight for this Nigeria and get that country that we want. And when we get good governance in Nigeria, people will be shocked. They will be shocked at how easy it will be to build a lot of things. It's just like what you have in Abia State today. I'm sure the people of Abia State are currently shocked, looking at the over 24 years that was wasted before Alex Otti coming, and the things that Alex Otti is doing right now. Leadership is not rocket science. It's simply about caring. Even if you don't have the capacity as much, the moment you care, you have empathy, you go and get people who have the capacity and let them run it for you. Let them be the ones carrying it on. Let them be the ones, you give them the vision of what you want to see, the great either nation, either state, either local government, either council, whatever it is that you are in, or an organization that you are a leader at, is to ensure that the right thing is being done. And that's all we'll continue to do. And we'll all get that country that works for everyone, not just for a few. Like I always like to quote this quote where, and I say that we'll continue to work until we get a Nigeria where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. Mala Aminu Kano is the one who is said to have said the quote where he said, Nigeria will know no peace until the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. And sadly, we haven't had any peace. We need to get that peace. We are deserving of a peaceful coexistence and a humane and what's the word I'm looking for now, an enjoyable coexistence.